So I guess my son, he won't go live. Talk about I'm a bitch ass nigga, he gonna raw me out. You understand me? When you hear about a nigga raw me out, they gonna have to bury that same nigga, man. Yeah, from the streets to the pen, man, nigga know I don't play, man. You heard me? You can lay up there and act like you're tough on this fucking Instagram and take all this shit to the internet, but you talking about something. I ain't ride for my motherfucking son. Bitch, you can't go to no war unless you got your money right. The fuck wrong with you, bitch ass niggas? Shit, if you don't got your money right, you'll be a dummy, broke nigga. Beef is a broke nigga sport. That's what I've been trying to tell you, bitch ass niggas. You niggas ain't getting money out here, huh? Look, presidential, yeah, Rolly, yes sir. Thing, bitch ass niggas, stay in your fucking place, boy. Before they find your stupid ass on the back of a fucking milk carton, man. Stop playing with me out here, man. No, you ain't no fucking creature, boy. What nigga you put up? Bitch ass nigga repping off another nigga work, man. Let's get this, now, let's get this is great. Now, I don't have no smoke with uptown niggas, but you know, I ride for the cause, baby, you know what I'm saying? Niggas say nigga shot 5 things, son. Bitch ass nigga, you wouldn't even have a name if it wasn't for.
What up YouTube, we right back at it with another banger, and this content we will discuss the alleged beef between BBG Buzilla and FL Dusa. An 18-year-old died in the street after he was shot multiple times and police are searching for the person responsible. According to the Baton Rouge Police Department, Keandria Ricks was found dead in the 2000 block of Nebraska Street. Police were called to the scene shortly after midnight on Wednesday, November 2nd, but that's what sparked off the war between the two camps. That's what's caused NBA Youngboy to stand on business behind Buzilla. Teen rapper, NBA Youngboy, arrested for case connected to series of shootings in BR neighborhood. Well-known teen rapper has been arrested in connection to a shooting that was part of a series of violent events that happened roughly 1 month ago in a Baton Rouge neighborhood. According to the probable cause report submitted by the Baton Rouge Police Department, detectives arrested Kentrell Gowden, aka NBA Youngboy, and charged him with 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Youngboy was really stepping behind Buzilla. He was accused of firing a gun multiple times during a drive-by shooting in the 2000 block of Kentucky Street on November 2, 2016. The report indicates that Gowden was one of 3 passengers in the vehicle, along with the driver. During the incident, a passenger was shot in the neck. Officials confirmed that after the shooting the driver fled the scene, but got a flat tire and crashed the car on E. Lakeshore Drive. A passerby reportedly called 911. Gowden, the driver, and the other passenger who was uninjured all fled the scene before police arrived. They left NBA Joe, not BBG Joe. They're 2 different people. That was NBA Joe. They left because they figure he probably was the weak link. I mean, he did tell on NBA Youngboy. Like Boulevard quick raps in and unreleased song. Went on that mission and ain't completed cause you froze up. NBA Joe trained to go but he told on something. Investigators say the passenger who was shot in the neck was transported to a local hospital and has been released from the hospital. They have not released that person's name, but say he does have charges pending against him. The driver of the vehicle, who is a juvenile, was later arrested and booked into the Juvenile Detention Center for principal to attempted first-degree murder. Investigators issued a warrant for Gowden's arrested. He was located on November 28 in Austin, TX at a concert and was arrested by local authorities. Gowden was transported back to Louisiana and booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on Wednesday, December 7. His bond is set at $200,000. Investigators say this shooting is believed to be retaliation for the shooting death of 18-year-old Keandria Ricks. They were banging for Boo. Ricks was found shot to death in the 2000 block of Nebraska Street less than 8 hours before the drive-by shooting incident. The following day, on November 3, investigators were called back to the same neighborhood for reports of shots fired in the area. In this case, investigators have arrested 20-year-old Derek Juice and charged him with principal to attempted second-degree murder for allegedly driving the vehicle from which the shots were fired. Although investigators believe all of the incidents are connected, it is not clear how many individuals were involved. Shortly after the historic flooding in August, Gowden is being courted by several record labels and was planning to permanently move to the West Coast. The Baton Rouge he raps about is dark and treacherous, a city where no one's business stays secret and betrayal lurks around every corner, states the article. Youngboy brings this environment to life, alternating between gruff-voiced street storytelling and melodic hooks heaved from his chest. Gowden's first mixtape, Life Before Fame, was released in 2015. He started off with TBG, and was close friends with Lil Herc and G-Money. But that didn't end the war between Dusa and the BBG camp. They were out for vengeance behind Boozilla, which led to a man arrested in connection with shots fired in neighborhood where series of violence has erupted. One person has been arrested in connection to shots that were fired in a neighborhood where a rash of violence has prompted school lockdowns and fear among residents. Officials with the Baton Rouge Police Department report that Derek Juice, 20, is accused of driving the vehicle that was involved with a shooting that happened Thursday, November 3 at roughly 9:49 a.m. on Nebraska Street. No one was injured. Uniformed patrol officers were in the area of 1900 Nebraska Street when they heard approximately 37 shots fired in the area, states the probable cause report. The victim claims that two men fired the shots. Juice is accused of driving the getaway vehicle. Juice drove the vehicle away after the shooters stopped firing on the victim, states the report. Later that same day, a man was transported after he was shot in the neck on Kentucky Street. The victim fled the area in a vehicle and stopped to call for help around the LSU lakes. Investigators were called out to Nebraska Street yet again Thursday morning. Shots were fired, but no one was injured. The shootings prompted lockdowns of 3 nearby schools. Residents in the area say they are fed up with the violence. "We are living in danger," one resident said. "This street ain't never been like this. These days, parents need to teach their children how to love one another and value life. So many children are being taken away from their family members and I feel like that's sad," another resident added. While Baton Rouge police have not said that the 3 shootings are related. At this time, Juice is only charged in connection to the third incident. Court records indicate that Juice is currently out on bond for a charge of attempted burglary of an inhabited dwelling and resisting an officer. He was arrested for that charge in February 2016. Additionally, he was arrested in 2015 for possession with intent to distribute cocaine. Juice was booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison for principal to attempted second-degree murder, illegal use of a weapon, and aggravated criminal damage to property. Residents of Southside Baton Rouge fed up with string of shootings near Nebraska Street. The Baton Rouge Police Department is investigating the third shooting in 2 days near Nebraska Street. The recent rash of violence has people living in the area scared. The violence was ending no time soon. Once blood was spilled, it wasn't no turning back. They wanted Dusa badly, but Dusa wasn't going to make it be easy for them. Dusa also stood on business and applied heavy pressure himself, and the streets can vouch. Residents said enough is enough after shots rang out for the third time in 2 days in their community. It was getting real in DeField. Nobody was safe. "We are living in danger," one resident said. "This street ain't never been like this. These days, parents need to teach their children how to love one another and value life. So many children are being taken away from their family members and I feel like that's sad," another resident added. Police investigating shots fired Thursday morning was the latest in a string of shootings in the area over the past few days, including one that left an 18-year-old dead. Carolina Street guys were applying major pressure to the BBG camp. While Baton Rouge police have not said that the 3 shootings are related, they do believe they are associated, and residents living in the area have been left feeling uneasy. "I live on this street and this is about the worst street to live on," another resident admitted. "You say living in the worst hood. This is dangerous right here, but I tell you one thing, black on black crime needs to stop," added another resident. While the residents did not want to be identified out of fear, they say they had to speak up. One even said every time she hears about another shooting, her mind immediately goes to her children. "I think about my boys that got to grow up here. I'm afraid for them, but some justice had came for the community." Arrest made for murder of teen that sparked series of retaliation shootings. An arrest has been made in connection to the murder of an 18-year-old. Officials with the Baton Rouge Police Department say they arrested Trashone Coates, 17, for the shooting death of Keandria Rick. Ricks was shot in the 2000 block of Nebraska Street on November 2, 2016. The shooting sparked a series of retaliation shootings that left the surrounding neighborhood in constant fear. Rick's mother said her son was an aspiring rapper. She believes his rising popularity is what ultimately led to his death. Coates will be booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison for second-degree murder. A grand jury declined on Thursday to indict 2 Baton Rouge suspects in the November shooting death of up-and-coming rapper and McKinley High School student Keandre Ricks on Nebraska Street. The grand jury neither indicted Trashon Maurice Coates, 18, and Monty Carey, 28, on second-degree murder counts nor cleared them. By predetermining the case, the panel left open the possibility for East Baton Rouge Parish prosecutors to come back to the grand jury with more evidence. A charge of illegal use of a weapon during a crime of violence also was predetermined. Rick's mother, Kengar Taylor, said Friday she just wants justice for her son who had a bright future. I want them indicted and I want them to get life, she said. A police report says Carey, who was with Coates, confronted Ricks, then went through Rick's pockets after Coates shot him. Taylor said her son's killers could have assumed incorrectly that he had money. Coates, 1452 Duane Street, and Carey, 1530 Oriole Street, both remained in parish prison on Friday afternoon. Coates' legal troubles are far from over. In June, East Baton Rouge prosecutors charged him, in a case already involving 2 other defendants, with being a principal to attempted second-degree murder. The other defendants are Michael Onyedanma, 17, and Derek Keith Juice, 21, the brother of LSU star running back Darius Geis. Onyedanma, 3036 Calumet Street, and Derek Juice, 710 S 18th Street, also are charged as principals to attempted second-degree murder. Those charges stem from a drive-by shooting November 3, the day after Ricks was killed and in the same block where he was fatally shot. The Baton Rouge Police Department has confirmed that the gunfire and shootings that followed Rick's death were retaliatory. The next court appearance for Coates, Onyedanma and Derek Juice in the November 3 shooting is September 12 before State District Judge Tony Marabella. Keandre Ricks, better known as Boozilla or NBA Boosie, was an aspiring Baton Rouge rapper from the bottom of the Southside. He is known for being the cousin of NBA Youngboy and NBA Michi Baby and also a close friend to BBG Baby Joe. Boozilla used to hit licks such as run in houses, break in cars, and rob drug dealers. Boozilla robbed several TBG members and that's how the friction between Boozilla and TBG began. He was also known for sliding on his enemies in the streets. In 2015, Boozilla and Youngboy fell out over a female named Brianna. This beef didn't last long and nothing happened behind it and was eventually squashed. Boozilla later started a feud with Florida gang member Deusa. Words were passed to each other and the beef heated up. Boozilla allegedly shot up a couple Florida gang members' houses and Deusa put a hit out on him. On November 2, 2016, Boozilla would be shot to death in the south side of Baton Rouge. This murder would spark retaliation shootings from BBG and NBA. Trashon Coates was arrested for the murder of Boozilla. NBA Youngboy affiliate BBG Baby Joe was reportedly shot following a gun battle in Baton Rouge on Saturday, June 26. According to local affiliate WAFB, 3 people were hospitalized following a shootout on Segan Lane. A spokesperson for the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office said passengers from 2 separate cars opened fire upon one another. The motive behind the shooting was unclear. The investigation is ongoing as all 3 individuals have given sparse information to the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office. The F.L. gang was handling business. The shooting is the latest in a string of violent acts to have hit Youngboy and his associates. In May, NBA Lil Pap entered a not guilty plea regarding a second-degree murder charge in the 2017 shooting death of rival rapper TBG G Money. The war was heating up in the streets of Baton Rouge. BRPD investigating shooting near police station on Highland Road. The gunfire was reported around 10:30 a.m. on Highland near McKinley Street, in the area of a BRPD police station. Police said it appeared a man was shot. BBGD had got shot 4 times. They took his lips off. Here's some brief history on some of the soldiers who lost their lives behind the beef. 4KTT Ray get da real G Money in 2017. TBG get Big Dump in 2018. 4K Trey get Boulevard Quick in 2018. TBG get T Baby in 2019. 4KT get Dutch in 2020 allegedly. Bodies were dropping in the streets. TBG gets BBG Iraq, Duty Black, then 4K T gets 7 Hardaway, then TBG got Yella. Nobody was safe. I know the heart of TBG is Terrace Avenue and Thomas H. Delpit Drive. That's where the mural of G Money and Quick is, and the surrounding blocks are home to different TBG members. I ain't gon' say they control that whole area or none. I know Boulevard Mel, from East Boulevard, TBG Osama from of Royal Street, Yoshi from off 12th and Louisiana, Spinna Mitch, Sleepy and I think Jock and the Oggs from off Myrtle Street, Fredo from Pear Street, so I say TBG area is on Terrace Avenue from Highland Road to Perkins Road. Maybe somebody from the city can confirm it. I don't know too much about BBG, just the fact Baby Joe from off Taylor Street and BBG is basically where Boosie from and Boosie from off Garfield Street in Illinois. El Dusa is off Carolina Street in the bottom of Southside Baton Rouge. He was once BBG until blood was shed, then he became El Dusa. Kevin Gates signed Dusa to the BWA organization. Kevin Gates is from off Carolina Street too. He lived right next door to Ms. Connie, which is Dusa grandma. As far as growing up here, there's a lot of poverty. And if you look at it and really pay attention, you know, the people here don't make enough money to even live. If you making $2,000 month, you're doing great. Down here it's very poverty stricken. The neighborhood I grew up in, the Southside, is impoverished. So I gravitated towards the individuals I saw doing things, which happened to be drug dealers. So like I say, there wasn't no doctors, there wasn't no lawyers in the community in which I was raised. So I had aspirations of being a drug lord, being a kingpin. At 13 or 14, it was either go hard or starve.